How's everybody doing today? Today I just wanted to do a little homework hints video for this future value homework. So the idea is there's a formula that will calculate future value. So if you invest $2,000 at 6% for 8 years, each year you'll get a return on your investment. After the 8th year, this is how much you'll have. So you're supposed to write a program where if the user gives you these pieces of information, you hit calculate future value, it'll do your return each year. So let's look at a couple things. First off, here's the formula. Future value is going to be how much you invested, okay? That would be my 2,000 times 1 plus my interest rate. My interest rate was 6%, raised to the number of years. In my case, it was 8 years, so it should do 8 years out here. Now, one hint, if you're going to take a number and raise it to a power, in C# you can use the math.power function. So an example, if I took math.power 32, it would take 3 to the second power, which would equal 9. The other thing is you need to use a try-catch block in this. Make sure the amount invested is a number. Make sure interest rate is a number between 0 and 1. And make sure year is an integer. So there's definitely some error checking involved like we did on our previous assignment. Here's the way the program should work. So let's say I invest $5,000 and I can get 9%, so that's going to be 0.09, and I know invest it for 10 years. Boom, here it is. It's telling me after the first year I could have this much, second year I can have this much, all the way to the 10th year. You can see I've over doubled my money, more than doubled my money. Now if I did this 10 years at 7%, I'd get totally different numbers. If I do this 5,000, 7% for only 5 years, how much do I get? Only goes down to year 5. So you have to combine a lot of things. You have to combine a loop, you have to combine a list box, you have to do some error checking. So there's a fair amount to this program. I want to bring up another program that might help you, and we'll talk about that. This one's called List Box Displays. It's available to you in the download. Basically the form just has a button and it has a list box, but I would like to look at the code. Part of the issue is how do I get it to put what I want in the list box. So I've got a little code here that I just want to show you. Listbox.items.add is how you would add a line to a list box. So all this line does is it puts the title up, year and future value. But then I've got another loop here, and what that does, it goes from 1 to 20, and it adds listbox.items.count. So it adds the actual value for the count variable, and then it just says count times 2. So if I run this, I hit enter, I hit my button, it's got year and it's got future value. Now obviously this isn't the formula that you need to use, but hopefully you can see that if you need to put 2 columns of information into a list box, all you could do here is I used a variable here, and then I just put some space, quote space, another formula over here, and it just separated them and put them. Now the nice thing about for count equal 1 to count equal 20, let's say the number of years that the user specified was 10. Well, if I run it, it's only going to go to 10 years, okay? And it'll do my future value accordingly. Anyhow, hopefully this can give you some ideas. What you're really going to have to focus on is you don't want to put count times 2 over here. You actually need to come up with a formula that's going to reflect what the future value actually is. Anyhow, hopefully this video was helpful. We'll see you next time.